Hey guys, welcome to another KJ's tutorial. Today I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to get my DIY kits of how to unmask them, how to paint them, how to assemble them, and everything else you need to know if you're to ever get any of my DIY items, from tiered tray items to signs to keychains to anything that we have to offer. This is how you would end up going and doing all of this unless otherwise stated. So all of my items all come with this mask on it. It's like a little piece of tape, and you're gonna have to remove that. Sometimes it's on one side and sometimes it's on both. For the most part, it will be only on one side, but you will get instructions with your items about if they're masked on both one. You should usually be able to tell too after you get enough stuff in. You'll be able to tell if it has something on it. Most of the items, I don't know if you can see from there, but it has like a little bit of a burn mark to it. And when you take it off, that burn mark won't be there anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna bring you guys down here a little bit so you can see a little bit better, but we're gonna have some fun. We're back, and I hope you guys can see this at an okay angle. I am gonna flip things around. For this video, you are gonna go ahead and need different paints. You can use any colors you want. I'm gonna do a red, white, and blue theme, but I really am going for them big pops of colors. I'm probably not gonna color this entire thing a color. I'm probably not gonna paint this entire thing on the video. If I do, I'll probably do like a speed up version of me painting it, so this way you guys aren't sitting here for hours watching me paint. But the first thing I wanna do is, you guys are gonna need some type of Exacto knife, utility knife, or something of the sort. I have this Cricut one. It works really good. I really like this one, but I also have one from the dollar store that works great too. So you can really get them from anywhere. So you're gonna go ahead and pick up your piece and go ahead and pick up your utility knife or Exacto, whatever you're gonna use. And you're gonna go down on the image. So you don't wanna go like towards the end. You wanna come in from where it's going. And then you're just gonna push down lightly. You don't wanna push too hard because then you can stab your projects. And we've all been there. So you definitely don't want that. And you're just gonna pull it up. If you get it close enough to the top, it should break the top seal. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pain. And if you get these little marks, you can always just peel those away though too. And then you'll start to peel. And do you see the difference? It's gonna come off like tape like this. So we're gonna go ahead and remove it all. Like so. And then you'll just keep pulling it down. And you're gonna do that to both sides of every single piece you have. So I'm gonna keep doing this to these. I'm not gonna make you guys sit here and watch all that, so just give me a second and we'll be right back. Here is all the tape. We are completely done getting all the masking off of both sides. So as you can see, this is what was on it. You will get a decent sized ball depending on the size project that you guys have. And you can just throw this away when you're done, or if you guys come up with something creative with it, let me know. But we're just gonna place that to the side. Make sure to recap your Exacto knife, or make sure to move your utility knife because you will be moving when you paint and you definitely don't want to slice yourself with it. So just move that to the side. And now we're gonna go ahead and paint. So I don't know if anybody saw, but there's a ton of samples at Home Depot right now. They're 99 cents. So I picked up a ton, and my fiance actually picked out these colors and he just loved how vibrant they were. So we went with this blue and this red. And guys, look at that. They are beautiful. I mean, these colors really do pop. I think this blue is one of my favorites. And this red is so vibrant. It's so hard to find an actual red, in my opinion at least. I just feel like I wanted a red that I can use for Christmas or, you know, 4th of July, Memorial Day, really like any of those holidays, Valentine's Day, summer things. Like, I just want it like a universal red, and it's so hard to find a red that you can use for everything. And I just feel like I actually found one that I really like. These ones are called, this is Red Gumball, and this one is Suddenly Sapphire. So I will go ahead, so this is the blue. Hope you guys can see that, the name's right here. And this is the red, and the name is right here. Hope you guys can see that okay. If not, I'm sorry. And I'm actually going to stain this. I don't have a stain right here with me, so I'm gonna have to go hop in the other room real fast to grab it, and then I'll be right back. But we're gonna stain this one, I think. All right, so now that I have this stain, I usually use Jacobean on everything, but because I use it on everything, I actually ran out of it. And I haven't made it back to the store to get more, so we're gonna go with a special walnut. So we're gonna give that a go. And I just use, whenever I stain, no matter what it is, I just cut up an old piece of towel, dip it in, stain it across. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see, I forgot a screwdriver. I don't recommend popping these lids off with scissors. So don't do what I'm doing. Get a flat head and pop your tops off, but, you know. All right, here's this. And I'm only gonna show you guys like a quick second of how I stain my stuff, and then I'm gonna speed it up between staining and painting. So I did bring in other paintbrushes because I realized I only had one, and I also am using just regular white as well for the words here, but I'm gonna end up speeding it up to show you guys after I stain a little bit. So I'm just gonna cut off a little piece here. We really don't need much at all for staining, but I just like extras to be able to like hold it. I'm actually gonna probably just cut this whole strip here to make it even, somewhat even. So I literally am just going and cutting. Nothing special. Some people like microfiber cloth, some people use a sock, some people actually use a paintbrush. For me, I'm just gonna dip it in and put it on like that. So, without putting all the fibers on it. But all right, so I'm actually gonna move this out of the way real quick. I'm not gonna stain any of these pieces. I'm gonna paint these, and both of these. Move that over, dust this off. And I'm actually gonna lay, this towel's already crappy, so that's why I always just use old towels, so don't mind me. Don't mind my mess, but this way, if God forbid I get something on it, I don't have to worry about it. I know this table looks like a hot mess anyways, but welcome to the craft world, right? So we're just gonna open this up. I'm definitely gonna put this on here as well. Okay, usually I stir it. I didn't bring anything to stir it. Let's see, what paintbrush is this? That's an oldie. All right, whoops. No, it's not. You know what? We're just gonna use this one because I don't use these brushes anyways. I just bought this in to show you guys that you can use a ton of different ones. My fiance likes to hot glue a little piece so this way the lid sticks up, but it doesn't seem to want to stick. You should just use a regular stir. I don't recommend using this either because this is gonna be a hot mess, but you know, all is well. All right, so you just want to dip it in. Move this. And this way, I like to kind of just brush the little bit of excess off, but you're just gonna kind of go back and forth like this. I don't know why this towel never gives off fibers like this, but I'm just gonna go back and forth. I just want to make sure that I don't get this all over my hand. So kind of like pinch it down like this. And then you're just going to work its way back and forth. And you'll just keep doing that until you get your desired color. I know this color isn't too much different from the rest of it, but I didn't want to go with just the color of the board. So we're just going to keep doing that. And then I'm gonna paint those ones. So we're gonna speed this up a little bit so you guys aren't here all day. Now it's completely dry, everything's put together with this. Well, everything's painted, not yet put together. We're getting ready to put it together now. So you can either use super glue or hot glue to put this together. I tend to do like a mix of things. It really depends on my mood, but we're gonna go ahead and use Loctite super glue gel for this one. If this is new, you need to turn it all the way to the right, this entire thing, until you don't hear any more clicks. So I should be able to turn it all the way to the right and not be able to move it. That's how you know you broke the seal for this. And you open it and then you're ready to use it. So just to let you guys know, because a lot of people had a question about that in my last video. Now for this, you can decide, I just did both sides. This way I can, even if it's hanging up or anything, you never know, it could just be tilted somewhere. Somebody might see the back of it. So I kind of just like to do both. So now you can just pick which side you like more. They both look the same. So I'm just gonna go with this one. This is gonna go up here. I kind of just lay everything out first. So this way I could see where everything goes. Mine's gonna be a little bit big for right now, just because the way that I cut this, and I didn't want to cut another one out last night when I was doing these, because I didn't want to waste product. I accidentally did a size too big for this, but I think I'm going to leave it and just have my fiance shave it down a little bit. Kind of crooked too. It's the only bad part is eyeing this up. Might be easier for me to go like this. Make sure that this is leveled and then drag this down, which I already messed it up, but you know, wouldn't be me if I didn't mess it up already, right? So these are supposed, I'm just going to show you guys like how everything gets laid on. So really that the size this is, for it to not be shaved down is to put it like here, but even that's a little long. I don't know why it went so big. I think I'm just going to leave it on here. And then, like I said, my fiance can kind of just shave it down once it's on, because I like them better on there. What is that? Fuzzy. And that can go there. I was half asleep when I was making this yesterday. We were messing around with the new machine on my birthday yesterday, so things kind of got a little crazy, and I was like half asleep when I did the size, and I was like, "Ooh, I did the size of the circle, not the size of the half ones," because it's definitely a little bit bigger, but we can make do. So this is how it's going to look laid out. Okay, there we go. So this is what it'll look like. I actually got to move this up some. It's the only bad thing about working one way versus the other. Okay, well, once it goes on, we'll be able to see a little bit more. But this is how it's gonna go laid out. It is so cute, guys. Look at that. Oh, I'm just obsessed. I just love this kind of stuff. What is this? There's like fuzzies everywhere from that stinking towel. Come on. All right, it's got jokes on me today. I see. Just one of those days. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this all together, and I'm probably gonna speed this up a little bit because I don't want you guys having to sit here just like painting. It would have been like a 50-minute video if that was the case, because these really don't take that long. I just take forever when I paint. I am not a big painter. I like to paint, but when I paint, it does take me a little while. So usually I push it off with my fiance because he's got steady hands and he can knock out painting in like 5 seconds. And I'm like, how did you do that? If I did it like that, it looked like I was a 5-year-old. So anyways, you're just gonna go ahead and start doing things and putting them on. I'm gonna work, I think, from the top and the bottom and the top and the bottom type deal. I want to put one piece on and then put the other piece on. So that's how I'm gonna do it for the sake of the video, just because it's just gonna be easier doing it that way. Let me see, all these stinking fuzzies. So I think I'm gonna do the top first. And I'm not even gonna show you guys how I do just one, like how I usually am like, okay, do this, and then I speed it up. I'm gonna speed up the whole thing. I'm just gonna walk you guys through it real fast. You're just gonna take, whether you use Loctite or I even have my glue gun here, whichever one you're gonna use, and you're just gonna kind of go in between. I'd probably suggest Loctite in this instance because the hot glue, by the time you get to this side will already be dry. and you're just gonna keep fighting with it because it'll dry like that. It's almost like when you put it on like metal or something really cold and it dries right away, it's a pain. So if you use this, just do little bits. You don't need to cover the entire thing because this works wonders. So I could probably put 5 dots on this thing and it would stick. All right, so you guys will still be able to see what I'm doing when I speed it up.
I can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you, all I can think is my summer love. Been waiting for you.
All right, guys, this is it. This is the final product. This is what it will look like. It might look a little crooked on your end because I kind of tried to like prop it up with one of the paint cans, but it kept falling over, so I'm scared to touch it until I lift it up and show it closer. But this is it. This is the final product. It's all red, white, and blue with a, what was the stain again? I think it was dark walnut. Was that it? Special walnut stain. So if you guys want to make this round will be available soon to be able to purchase for a DIY kit. It's super easy. I promise everything will match with sizing. I already fixed it again last night before I left. Like I said, I just didn't want to cut out and waste materials. But it is so cute. It is so easy to put together. It is something fun to do with girlfriends or, you know, date night with hubby or wife. You guys will have so much fun with this one. And again, it's so cute. You can either use it just to like put up and like stand against something, or you can add a little bit of twine to the back of it and then you can use it as a door hanger. So this way you can, or like a wreath or something. So it's super cute, super easy. You guys won't regret it, and you guys can make these in any color. So if you don't want the whole red, white, and blue, you can do grayscale. You could do anything. The options are endless, guys. I appreciate you guys watching this video with me. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me at kjace25@yahoo.com, or you can always leave a comment below. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.